If you want to attract exceptional talent to your company, watch this video. So I'm going to go straight into it, and I'm going to basically do three main frameworks or points on this, and that is first, to attract exceptional talent to your company. If you're responsible for that, if you're the business leader, what you need to do is be worthy of attracting the best talent. Everything else will be harder if you aren't in a position where there's good reason for the best talent to be interested in working for you. And I will not be covering the details of that in this video. But be worthy, be somewhere where the best talent wants to work. Second is begin at the end. It's like begin with the end in mind. So I'm going to break this down to three parts, and that is, first of all, interest. So these are just sort of keywords to get you in the right frame, think about the right things. So what are the interests? Not only what is your interest, what is the end goal you want them to be able to achieve within your company, how they would fit into that your company and all that kind of stuff, right? So what are you interested in having them do? Are they working in the art department? Are they working in as an engineer? Are they working in sales? Whatever it is, say, okay, here's what I'm interested in. Now, what is the best talent for which I am looking? What are they interested in? And this is beyond what are they interested in terms of their career, in terms of what they do at work, but what are they interested in for fun? So I'll give you an example of this in a second after I take a drink, because my throat is really bad. Elon Musk found one of his head engineers at a rocketry activity, a rocketry contest or event. Well, the vast majority of people at these events are obviously interested in rockets, but few of them would be qualified to be one of the head engineers at SpaceX. But the point is, that's a great example of how you should do this backwards. It's like, okay, so what do engineers like? They might do engineering things for fun, they may not, but that's find outable. So find out what the best kind of people you want in your category, in your target end goal is, and what is a typical activity they like. In this case, it so happens to be aligned. If it isn't, that's totally cool. What do the best people that you're trying to attract, the best talent that you're trying to attract, what do they do when they're not working? Find out what that is. That's a good place to start, because that will tell you what they may find online, or where you might actually meet them in person, which is what Elon did in the case of this particular individual. He met him at the rocketry contest. They started talking. Elon was looking for a head engineer for SpaceX, for rockets, and that's how it happened. Now, the next one is activities. So that is, you find out what they're interested in, then find out what activities, whether that's rocketry, dancing, ninjutsu, going to the museum, or whatever that particular talent is likely to actually do, not just what they're interested in. That's more of an online thing. But what do these people do for fun outside of the online world? Where are you likely to find them physically located? Whether you're going or not, that will be really informative as to, you may not attend those events, but that doesn't mean you couldn't advertise or send people out or hold a competition or sponsor that kind of event that they like, and then get their attention that way. So just an example. So you either can go to where they are and do what they do, or use that information to help you find that talent. Then the next one is location. Not only where is the best talent located, but where are the events and interests that they're interested in happening? Obviously, that where could be online, that is the digital location, the metaverse location, or the physical location. If you want to do a drum circle in Canada, Probably the top place in the whole country would go to Montreal onto some mountain. And drummers know that. Just an example, you maybe don't want a musician, but if it turns out that a lot of engineers or a lot of a certain type of people have a particular fondness for an activity that isn't obvious from your research, you can find that out and find out where those kind of people with the talent you want hang out. Okay, so then the third is for you, the third main category is for you to take action. Please excuse the drinking, but my throat is bad. I think it's my allergies. So third, take action. Now the actions you want to take, there's three. I've talked about this before, and that is the choices you make, the action you take, and the time you bake. So, and yes, it spells cat. So choose what actions you will take to attract these people. Now, I've already sort of covered that a little bit. It was like, what activities that are completely within your control can you do to go back to the activity location, the interest, activity, and location research you've already done. Now, what action are you going to take? Are you going to do an ad online? Are you going to sponsor an event? Are you going to hold a contest? You might take $1,000 and instead of putting it into hiring a recruiter, which will probably get you nowhere, you offer something online in the communities that they hang out in and say $1,000 to the person who can do X best. That could be solve an engineering problem. That could be giving an example of a marketing strategy. It doesn't matter what it is, but if you're telling a private individual, we'll give you $1,000, and for them, because they are talented, it takes them 20 minutes to half an hour to make $1,000, or at least to be eligible to make $1,000. And you could get hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of people going, yeah, I'll take half an hour to make $1,000. That could be far more effective. So choose your actions so that they're basically high leverage, then act on those choices, specifying a period every day. And this is the time you bake. The time every day or every week, you or the person you've designated or delegated to take those actions to find the people you want. Now, simply from that, you take what you've done and the period of time you're doing it over whatever cyclical period you're doing that, you iterate and adjust your strategy based on your empirical results and your timeline. You may find that your efforts, either the previous steps didn't give you the results you wanted, or you're just saying, look, we need to find a really good person in a month. Let's throw a ton of money at it, including hiring a recruiter. And then you could also use that as a baseline to see, is a recruiter or a headhunter a better investment than doing a clever, creative, but probably far more cost-effective social media connection or reach out? Or again, maybe you're the top person. That's who I'm trying to talk to the most anyway. If you're the executive director, the CEO, the founder, you maybe want to go to be the person going to that event, especially if there's a big one, a convention, whatever it is. And again, that may be by far the most time effective and cost effective way to do it. That's not to say you couldn't send a qualified representative to do that, where thousands or more of the kind of individuals you're after, sending somebody qualified enough who could pretty clearly find out, and even they could do some of the things I was talking about. A contest, offer a prize for the solution of a problem, either the first person to solve it or the best solution, something like that. If you find somebody can, indeed in half an hour, come up with a solution and it's a kick-ass solution, that's a very inexpensive way to do a job interview. Okay, so that's really all there is to this. This is Crush It Club number 105, How to Attract Exceptional Talent. My name is Tim B. Green. Bye for now.